Hey there, welcome to Getting to Know. It's a show where you get to know more about people I think are interesting, and maybe you will too. If you want to keep up and see me stream live, you can follow my Twitch right here, or you can tell me to go fuck myself. Thank you. Because I just learned about this like yesterday, but tell me a little bit about like that YouTube channel that you were a part of that was popping.
The YouTube channel I was part of? I was part of Smosh. Have you heard of Smosh? It's like an old, yeah, it's like an OG YouTube channel from back in the day. It was started by two guys. I remember seeing videos of it from like from when I was like on MySpace. They had videos that were popping. You've definitely seen one of their videos before.
I probably have, yeah.
Yeah, but they've been around for a really long time. It was two guys, and then essentially they expanded when they were bought out by a company, and they had multiple divisions. They had Smosh like main, which was like a it was like a just humor sketch comedy channel. They would refer to themselves, but they don't do this anymore, but this is what the company referred to them as, was the SNL of YouTube.
Oh, I like that.
That's how they painted it. But it was a huge channel. They had 25 million subscribers. They have a lot of like respect and tenure in the community. And then they had a subdivision that was called Smosh Games, which I was part of.
Okay.
So the way that even happened, which is fucking crazy. So this is why, in my opinion, no one is a small streamer, and this literally numbers don't fucking matter at all.
Yeah. I
was playing Grand Theft Auto at probably 11 o'clock in the morning in Virginia. I had 40 viewers. And I was just doing racing with people, like not even the good shit in GTA, because I barely knew how to play. We were doing racing online.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking shit, playing with subs, and this guy comes in my channel, just random like default account. He's like, "Hello, I have been trying to contact you about an interview.
Yeah.
Do you have a business email?" And at the time, I had this like nutty stalker, and so I didn't know who this guy was. I didn't believe it. Come to find out, he had tweeted me, he had messaged me on Instagram, he had emailed my PayPal email, and then finally, when he came into my chat, I listened. So I feel like I've never told this story before. You're getting all my content.
Yeah.
So I get his email. We email back and forth. It was so funny because my email address had a weird name at the time, and he thought that I was my manager, and I'm like, no, I'm a dinky fucking Twitch streamer. Come on. So finally comes a day where he calls me, and I remember standing. I lived with my parents at my parents' house at the time, and I remember standing in my mom's bedroom, and I get a call, and it's from Beverly Hills, and I'm just looking at my phone, and I'm like, it's like a 323 number, and I'm like, is this for real? Like, this is serious? So I talked to him about it. He explains to me what the company is, what the channel is, and then he drops a bomb on me. He's like, but would you be willing to relocate to Los Angeles? And I live in Richmond, Virginia. I'm more like Gloucester, Virginia, which is a really small town.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. And I wasn't dating. I wasn't in college, and my work was online. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll move to Los Angeles. Whereas they had interviewed like 100 people for this.
Holy shit.
Most people weren't really that interested in moving to LA because they didn't, but I had nothing going for me. I was doing literally nothing.
What were they not interested in moving because like the pay sucked ass?
No, because we didn't even know what we didn't know what the pay was. We knew nothing. This was all interview stuff. So what ends up happening, and honestly, it's kind of like a dream, I guess. I talk to him on the phone, then I do a second interview with like the creative director and the producer on the channel, and then I do a third interview on Skype with like the whole cast of Smosh because they needed to see if they vibed well with me. So I passed all 3 interviews.
Nice.
And I passed all 3 interviews, and then they were like, we want to fly you out to Los Angeles. You'll live here for 3 weeks. You'll film with the cast. You'll do all of this shit. And honestly, it's just to see if this is a good fit.
Yeah.
So they flew me out to LA. I had only been on a plane like twice before.
You poor thing. Yeah.
I'd never been like to California, but I used to live in Las Vegas. We can talk about that. That was a hot mess.
Yeah, I want to know. That's your club. Those are your club days in Vegas.
Yeah, not even. But
really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Okay, keep going.
But yeah, so I moved out there. I passed everything. They gave me the offer. The salary was a little bit low, but actually I had never had salary in my life before. So the thought of getting a paycheck every 2 weeks and not like figuring out what game to play and hoping that I would get enough donations to pay my like internet bill.
I feel you. Yeah.
It absolved. I was like, perfect, let's do it. So I moved into a 300 square foot apartment with no kitchen. I had shitty credit. I moved out there, and I moved out with I had like a duffel bag with all of my shit in it. I didn't even have a suitcase. I just had a duffel bag, and it was stuffed with clothes, and I used that as a pillow, and I watched Bad Girls Club on my phone with no Wi-Fi for 2 fucking days. Because I didn't start working yet, and I didn't have good credit, so I had to move into that apartment at the date that they told me to, so I had to move out there early. So I did it. I'm fucking sitting on the floor watching Bad Girls Club, like, oh shit, I'm about to be famous. But I mean, that didn't happen. But you know, it was just it's really interesting because it kind of was like a dream, you know.
That's so cool. That is
dude, for me it is almost kind of like a fairy tale, and that's why I say like you never know who's watching your stream.
Yeah,
you never know.
Yeah, true. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more of this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. I'd appreciate that. I also have a Twitch where everything here is filmed live, so feel free to follow me there at twitch.tv/heyitsjoe, or follow me on Instagram or Twitter in the description below. Thanks.